Israel's Netanyahu expected to push for plan to occupy Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to push to occupy all of the Gaza Strip as ceasefire talks with Hamas founder and the hunger crisis in the besieged Palestinian enclave spirals. A bid by Netanyahu to occupy all of Gaza would follow similar calls from the members of his far-right government upon whom his fragile coalition relies, and could mark a significant shift in policy since Israel withdrew from the territory in 2005. Officials from Netanyahu's office said in a statement shared with NBC News on Monday night that Israeli leader had decided to occupy all of the Gaza Strip, including areas where hostages may be held. The statement was shared in Hebrew, and the terms used can be translated to mean both occupy and conquer. Netanyahu's office did not immediately respond to a request for the clarification on the intended definition, but Israeli media, including the Times of Israel, reported that Netanyahu intended to fully occupy the enclave. Israeli media reported that Netanyahu would hold a limited security meeting Tuesday to discuss the future of Israel's campaign in Gaza. Netanyahu had said Monday he planned to convene the security cabinet this week to instruct the Israeli military on how to achieve the three war objectives laid out at the start of Israel's offensive in Gaza: defeating Hamas, seeing the release of hostages who remain held in the enclave, and removing the threat of possible future attacks. Asked to confirm if the meeting would take place Tuesday, his office did not respond directly and referred NBC News to his comments Monday.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you voted for, correct? This is what you wanted. You said, oh, Trump will take care of it. Well, now they're going to take all of Gaza. They're already, and you see the UK is like, yeah, we're going to claim them as a state in September. I'm like, all those people will be dead by then. You know what I'm saying? So now they're taking all of Gaza like we figured they were going to. Nobody's going to do nothing. The court's not going to do nothing. If you say something, you're going to lose your FEMA funding in your state. So, I mean, that's what you voted for. And people need to understand this. This is what you voted for. This is what your non-vote got you, because you couldn't see the bigger picture. But I mean, somebody's like, how can I worry about Gaza when I have to worry about living here in America? You know what I'm saying? This is sad. It's sad to watch a genocide in real time as an adult when they keep saying Hamas aren't women and children. You're going to spread these people, and this hatred for your country is going to go everywhere else now.
I mean, I saw like a chart where they asked people their opinions of Israel all around the world, right? And only like 3 countries had a favorable opinion of Israel, and there are like 2 African countries and somewhere else. I mean, not anywhere else around the world had a favorable opinion. We're over 50% unfavorable towards Israel in this country, and so I mean, when you really look at what's happening here, I mean, this was their plan to begin with. You look at what Jared Kushner said. He told you, Donald Trump told you this is what we're going to do. And now you see Benjamin Netanyahu acting on it. This is what they've been planning on doing. There's Israeli like a little group of protesters or whatever, settlers you want to call them, who've already been marching towards Gaza like they want to start setting up encampments over there. Yeah. This is what they're already doing. You know what I mean? You got to look at I think Ben Gvir or something like that, which is like their far right leader in the Israeli government, went to a mosque that is internationally, that has international like rights where they can go there. Israelis can go there, but they're not allowed to pray there. What did he go do? He went and prayed there in front of everybody. I'm saying Netanyahu said, oh, we're going to keep the norms, but he didn't do anything about it, is the point, at all, because he can't. You know what I mean? So this is what's happening, man. I wish that I wish that the people from that region, Saudi Arabians, the Qatars, the Irans, the whoever, Jordanians, the Egyptians, all those people over in that region, I wish they stood up for those people over there, because we're not going to do it.
It says something in the Quran where they can't stand up for them, but some countries like Yemen has pledged to do it. They could too, but after a while, they're going to come for Egypt. That's the whole thing. Like, they're not going to stop expanding. They're taking Gaza now. They're going to come for Egypt. They're going to come for Syria.
They took the Golan Heights, man, from Syria. They took a bunch of stuff. I mean, I think maybe not Syria. Maybe that was Jordan or one of those other countries like that. But they've been taking and expanding territory. If you guys don't step up and quit putting your pockets first and put the people who look like you first over these people, because these are not the true people from that region. They did not come from here. They're conquerors. That's what they really are. They're colonizers and conquerors, man. Someone needs to stand up and do something about this, because America is part of the West, and the West will never do anything about this because they're in bed with these people. And that's just what it is. So people need to
have too much. Well, they have too much videotape on politicians and important business people that actually you don't see that run the country, but they like to also run up in little children.
And put too much money in their
until that
pockets
stuff is released, and Congress comes back from their vacation to vote on it, which will probably be too late. Nothing's ever going to change. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncommon Courtesy. Until next time.